Okay, so a short video here to give an update on uranium, and for that we're using Cameco as our proxy. So that's ticker symbol CCJ in the US. So my setup here is a daily chart, weekly chart, monthly, and then a sort of annual chart. So each candle here is one full year. I like to look at these all at the same time to kind of get a sense of how all the time frames are working at the same time, and then sort of zoom in. So if we think about the cycle perspective, we'll start with the daily cycle. So we had a low back. The last cycle was 35 days long, very left translated. It actually had a top on day 6. This new cycle, so far, the top has been day 11. When I say a top, I mean, you see this candle here. Once we get below the low of this candle, that is a swing high and a potential top. And so far, that has proven right. You can see it went lower, consolidated a little bit, tried to peak up, and now it's lower again. And so the presumption here is we continue lower, this being a lower high than this, right? And so this, we're on day 18 now. So, you can see past cycles generally go at least 20 days, 25. This last one was pretty long. So you can easily see us continuing down for another 7, maybe even 8 trading days. Not in a straight line necessarily, but the expectation would be that we would break this low here, theoretically. And so if we zoom in to the weekly chart to think about where we are in the intermediate cycle or the weekly cycle, there was a point where this looked like it was good for an ICL. That would have been week 18. But given this price action, it actually looks like this is probably not going to hold. So this is a swing low right now. So just like the swing high, in this case, once you go above this high here from this low candle, that's your swing high. So we are actually flirting with breaking the swing high once we come below this level, and breaking the swing low. We really need to break this to ultimately break it, but once you get down into this area, it seems pretty likely you're going to break that low. And again, similar to the daily chart, and this is more important because it's the weekly, again, it's a lower high. So we made a high here, we came down, lower high. The presumption is we make a lower low. So we come up here and make that lower high, lower low. So maybe we get a low week 23, 24. So far, the top for this weekly cycle has been week 12. You can see the last weekly cycle actually topped in week 7, but it was an early kind of end. We actually did end on day 18. Now, it's completely possible we rally like crazy next week. We'd have to break this high first. That would be our first sign, and then ultimately we need to break this one, and then that would signal that this was an ICL on day 18. So we'll continue to watch the price action. And if you look at the monthly chart, it is just horrendous. It's ugly. This is a very ugly candle. We've had 2 red months already, and now we've made a high. This is caused by that. You saw that top on day 11. So we're just going to watch this closely from here.